You think old people can't embarrass theirselves? Then you're horribly wrong. My name is Jerry Vigley. I am 67 years old, and I have worked the same 9-to-5 office job for nearly 30 years. Every weekday I sit in front of a computer, answering emails that never seem to end, and attending meetings that could have been summaries. I am not a small man. The office chair complains every morning when I sit down, and the stairs at the subway station and I are not on friendly terms. But I manage. That Tuesday had been particularly exhausting. The numbers on the screen blurred together, my back ached, and I kept thinking about the double spicy tacos I had for lunch. They were a mistake. Delicious, yes, but a mistake. By the time I boarded the subway home, I felt tired. And something else, a small pressure, a warning rumble deep in my stomach. No problem, I muttered to myself. You're a grown man, Jerry. The subway ride felt longer than usual. Every stop seemed like a personal insult. The pressure grew. I shifted in my seat. I tried breathing slowly. I tried distracting myself by staring at an advertisement for dental implants. When I stepped off the train, the cold evening air hit me. And so did another wave of urgency. Oh no, I began walking toward home, but each step felt risky. The pressure became undeniable. I slowed down instinctively, as if walking slower would convince my body to wait. It would not. Panic set in. I pulled out my phone with trembling hands and called the nearest Uber. When the driver answered, I must have sounded half terrified. Please, I said louder than intended. I need to get home, fast. The driver arrived quickly, thankfully asking no questions. I sat very still in the back seat, sweating despite the cool air. A tiny, traitorous sound escaped me, a small puff of air that carried with it a warning scent. This is not good, I whispered. By the time the car reached my house, I was gripping the door handle like a man bracing for impact. I waddled, as quickly as my body would allow, toward my front door. Key, key, key. I reached into my pocket. Nothing. I checked the other pocket. Nothing. My heart stopped. I had left my key inside. At 67 years old, standing in my own garden, I felt a fear I hadn't known since childhood. Not now. Not like this. Then I remembered the spare key under the old clay pot beside the fence. I hurried, or as close to hurrying as I could manage, and bent down to lift the pot. Good evening, Jerry, my neighbors called cheerfully as they walked past toward their door. I tried to smile. I truly did. I even opened my mouth to say, good evening. But the moment I bent down, everything I'd been holding back staged a full rebellion. Time froze. The tacos won. There are moments in a man's life that redefine him. Promotions, weddings, the birth of children. And then there is this. I stood there in stunned silence, aware that my neighbors were also very aware. My face burned hotter than the tacos ever had. I cleared my throat. Well, I said weakly, clutching the spare key in victory. That's unfortunate. At 67 years old, dignity becomes a flexible concept. I unlocked my door and shuffled inside, already planning two things, a long shower and never eating double spicy tacos again, though, knowing myself, I probably will.